If you are not satisfied with your vaginal health or know someone who is not satisfied, this video was made for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Hampton, and as you know, I'm on a mission to help you achieve metabolic health. And today, I want to talk about the R in my ROPE acronym, which focuses on the healthy relationships we should all be in. But guess what? Every relationship deserves to have a healthy sex life. So today, I'm with Susan Bratton, who is a sexual wellness and intimacy expert and co-founder of Personal Life Media and the 20, as well as an author. And today, Susan, I want you to help me out. This is a very important topic, and we need to make sure all the women in the world have the best vaginal wellness possible. So what secret tool do you have in your toolkit that I think they need to know about?
Well, Dr. Hampton, there's a couple of things. What happens to women in midlife and beyond are kind of like what I call the four bad things. One of them is that we start to have lubrication issues. We have thinning vaginal tissue. We have atrophy and aging of our genital system. And we also have incontinence. The number one issue for women is incontinence. That's what makes women have to leave their homes and leave their houses, their homes, and go
Mm,
into a nursing facility. And
interesting.
so these are big issues. I don't want to walk down that aisle in the grocery store with the mini pads because I'm peeing my pants and nobody else does either.
That's
And
right.
so there are a couple of tools that I want to share with your audience, and thank you for having me. The very first one is a procedure. It's a treatment, an outpatient treatment called FemiWave. FemiWave is an acoustic wave device that's put on the outside of the vulva that stimulates new tissue growth in the clitoris, the whole vulvar region, in the urethral area, as well as intravaginally and the pelvic floor muscles. And it reverses all of the things I talked about because it's a holistic technology. The male equivalent is called Gaines wave.
Hmm.
It's acoustic wave that's applied to the penis. So you can apply to the vulva, to the penis, to restore or regenerate the tissue back to more youthful tissue. It's like a time machine for your yoni.
Mm, mm, mm. You preaching to the
So
choir.
so that is number one thing. If you can afford it and there are people in your area who offer it, go get FemiWave.
Yep.
If you're more the person who's like, I don't have that many problems, most of mine is that I have painful intercourse and dryness. I'm starting to feel some incontinence, and I just need more blood flow down there. And blood flow is so key for female pleasure as well as male pleasure. Male
Hmm.
pleasure gets all the blood flow attention. But in all honesty, we have as much erectile tissue. If this was a penis and
Hmm.
I could open it up and take the fruit out, I would turn it into a donut, and that's what our erectile tissue
Mm.
looks like as the female body. And so a lot of times things start in the vagina as the problem. And for that, I have an at-home device. This is an FDA Class 2 device. It's a vagina device. You can find it at vaginadevice.com. And essentially, it has three modalities of healing. One is red light therapy, photobiomodulation. It stimulates mitochondrial growth and the health of the vaginal mucosa. It has warmth, which is good for recollagenating the tissue. And it has toning, it has a vibration that's kind of like a Kegel done for you. So that
Hmm.
helps with the incontinence as well. The warmth brings blood flow and engorgement to the vulvar tissue. And for many women, this can be a good start for them, an at-home device where they're feeling just a little dry, a little painful sex. It helps with lubrication. It helps with the vaginal friability of the tissue.
Hmm.
So that's the two pieces of it. But there's one thing that I really want to make sure that people do. And this is the simplest, easiest thing that if you only do one thing, do this to help you with lubrication and bringing blood flow to the genital tissue so that when you're making love, you're having easier time getting aroused and you're feeling more lubrication and you're feeling more pleasure. And that is to take a nitric oxide supplement, a nitric oxide booster. The one that I recommend, of course, is the one that I make from my own company. It's called Flow. That's my company, the 20% that gets the results, not the 80% that doesn't.
Mm,
And Flow is a nitric oxide booster that's made from organic fruit and vegetables, just like what you teach people to eat in your metabolic discussions with them
that's
to
right.
reverse diabetes. Why would you take something that's just a white powder made of corn syrup, which is what most nitric oxide boosters are made from? Take something that gives you the citrulline from watermelon.
Mm,
Watermelon is called Citrullus vulgaris, which is, I don't know why they call watermelon ugly. It doesn't look vulgar to me, but I suppose it does look very lush. And so
wow.
what's nice is this comes directly from watermelon, but the rind of the watermelon is where all the citrulline is. So this is from organic watermelon rind. Acerola cherries, which are a tart cherry that gives you vitamin C for absorption, spinach powder for the nitrates that turn to nitrites that turn to nitric oxide in your system,
Hmm.
and pine bark, which is a blood flow vascular product. So the easiest thing in the world is to start with something like Flow
Hmm.
or another nitric oxide booster of your choice to get the blood flow to your brain, to your heart, and to all your parts.
Mm, mm, mm. I'm just sitting here. I see that sun shining behind you, and I think for a lot,
Oh,
you just, put the light back on us. And I really appreciate all of these because so many women are not getting this information. Their clinicians may not be aware of this information,
yeah.
and it's really having a tremendous effect on their relationships. And again, we're focused on all of those different parts of my nest and rope, but the relationship part is critical. So I really appreciate that insight. And for all of those who are enjoying this great information from Susan, guess what? She was a guest on podcast episode 132. So if you want to get additional tips, and especially for you guys who have
Yeah.
that question, is it possible for it to be bigger down there and harder down there? Well, guess what? Susan has an answer for that. So thanks again, Susan, for coming to this video. And for those who are checking this out, I only ask be safe, be well, and continue to protect your nest.